So it was surprising. I mean, I have to say, I was up since 4 o'clock in the morning. I was waiting outside online. I was looking at my watch because the meeting was almost over, and I was like, all right,
Let's go nap time.
Yeah, kind of a dud. People were asleep in some of the chairs next to me. And Buffett had said, I'm getting a 5-minute warning here. I have to say this before the end of the meeting.
Right.
And once he said that, everyone knew what was going to happen.
I don't want to go to all the stuff we saw this weekend. I want to go to Greg Abel. Hasn't he been running this puppy for a number of years now?
Yeah, I think that's the real takeaway from the whole thing is this transition has been long underway. Greg's been part of the company since the early 90s. He's been vice chairman since 2018. They made a comment, not at this year, but the year before, where Ajit Jain, who runs the insurance operations, said, people call Warren, and then he just puts them right through to Greg. So he's been taking over for a long time, and Buffett's been really prepping us.
And yet, Buffett will still be involved in the business.
Yeah, I think just today the news came out. I didn't know if he was going to remain chairman, and I believe that just came out this morning. I'm frankly a little surprised. I thought he would probably just completely step away. At the meeting, he made it seem like he was just going to play this kind of shareholder advisor role, but he'll still be there, and I think that is to perhaps help Greg along.
So I guess the question a lot of investors have is, is Berkshire Hathaway still going to be Berkshire Hathaway without Warren Buffett as CEO?
So I think, Tim, certainly some of the magic is gone. Some of the, perhaps Buffett premium that you might have seen.
Look at what's happening this morning to the share price.
Would disappear. But, as an analyst, I'm a little hopeful that maybe we get more disclosures and more shareholder-friendly activity.
Okay, your act is PNC out of Stern School. How many times have you been to Hamilton, Bermuda?
A handful.
Do you wear shorts and knee socks when you go?
I don't. I mean, every time I've been there, it's literally meetings all day, and then maybe a dark and stormy, and then to bed. And
so
then
that very good. We like that. Okay, so that's the perception of the old Berkshire Hathaway, and the answer is it wasn't that it was mediocre, but it was just, come on, Warren, let's go. Until Apple. Mm-hmm. Do you agree that Apple? I mean, PNC guy, property and casualty guy. Do you agree that Cupertino saved the reputation of Warren Buffett?
Well, at this meeting, Tim Cook was there. He was there, I think, the past 2 meetings. And Buffett said, thanks to Tim, he's made more money for Berkshire Hathaway than I ever have. So I think there's been things along the way that have led you to believe that they are adapting to the times. In the insurance business, they are innovative. So I think the old guard has been slowly moving away.
But they got so much cash now. What are they going to do with this cash?
Indeed. And it came up at the meeting. There was this thought, and I actually thought it too,
more
that
than $300 billion, right?
$350 billion in cash. That's not even including their investment portfolio.
Okay.
That maybe they weren't making moves because Buffett wanted to kind of clear the decks and give Abel this kind of clean slate. And someone asked him that at the meeting. He said, no, we just didn't really find any.
They don't see value out there right now.
Yeah, and they were mulling over apparently a $10 billion deal in the first quarter that they ended up not doing. Ultimately, what they do with it, I don't know. I mean, perhaps Buffett has really praised Abel as a capital allocator, so maybe a dividend or something.
To Lawrence McDonald's arch theme, and Larry, I thought, was great in this, folks. Look at his book. It's very smart. But the basic idea that there's just a wall of money out there, is that what we're really seeing at Berkshire? Is they have just ginormous amounts of money, literally, as you say, they don't know what to do with it, like the Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund doesn't know what to do with it?
Yeah, I mean, I think they talk about, they have hurdles for opportunities. It has to be a pretty massive deal to move the needle for them. So they're not really looking at small moves, singles, doubles. They're looking for the elephants that they talk about. They talked a lot about, it was funny, Buffett would talk about how unattractive the energy businesses are, given litigation, whatever. And then Abel was talking about kind of the need for maybe some more investment in that, just for energy needs globally. So perhaps they do something there, given his energy background.
Maybe energy, property and casualty?
I mean, I don't think
Boring.
Not boring, but so they bought Allegheny a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Allegheny was kind of a mini Berkshire where they had insurance business. They had a reinsurance business in
Right.
there that Buffett wanted to buy many
Right.
years ago. He didn't get a crack at it.